All right, we're gonna go metal detecting. Roy and I. We got a full day to go today and about 4 permissions, so we'll see what happens. So here's the deal. About, let's see, 2 weeks ago, Roy and I hit the site of an old school. It was on an 1856 map, and I think it was on an 1872 map. And then in the 1895 or something map, it's gone. So it was an old school that was gone a long time ago, and those are the ones we like. Those are the ones we usually hit because it takes a little more research to find them. They're not as likely to have been hit. They're not obvious. So anyway, we hit it, and between us, we found like 5 large cents. Roy found a seated dime, a few Indian heads. So last week we went back to that site, but part of the school sits right on a property line, and part of the good juicy area is in alfalfa field that isn't cut yet. He's going to be cutting it soon. So last week we went back to see if he cut it, and he hadn't. So we actually skipped around the corner and up the road a mile or so to a different school site that we saw on a map and found a ranch house built on it. But we stopped anyway and asked if we could hunt the yard around there where the school had been, and we got permission. And Roy found 3 Indian head pennies, and I found a seated quarter. So we decided to go back into that area and hit some more schools yesterday. And we found a lot of the schools were still standing, and those are not the ones we want, and those are not the ones we like, but we hit them anyway. We were there. And our kind of unwritten rule held true for the most part. At those, we found nothing. So after wasting a good part of the day trying those, we went to a juicy spot. So stay tuned for that. That's worth seeing. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to do a quick little video because this is getting better. We have a permission here at this house, which is a ranch house, but there had been an old schoolhouse here, and we're starting to find a few things. So there's a homeowner. I'll be back here in a minute and show you some of what we found. Yeah, it looked like it ought to be good. This was an old schoolhouse that was on the 1856 map, and then it's now an Amish schoolhouse. They're still using it, but we got permission for it, and we figured, well, we don't usually hunt standing schools, but on the 1856 map we thought we'd give it a shot, and we figured it's been hit because it's so obvious. But there ought to be something still here, but so far maybe not. We've been here about, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes, and neither one of us has so much as a wheat. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're breaking our own rule twice here. Found nothing. Roy did find 2 wheat pennies, but nothing else at all at that other school. And I mean, it was obviously pounded. So here's another one. Boy, there's a whole bell up there. When Roy got permission for this, they told him they had just dug this out a year or so ago and put a basement under it, so that block's new. But the building itself is old, and the building was on the 1856 map. So here we go again, one that's probably been pounded, but we'll try it. Be back. All right, nothing so far today, so we're on to the third place. We were here last week, and right about 20 feet the other side of where Roy is, I found a 1877 seated quarter. This ranch house is built where there had been an old one-room schoolhouse. So we came back here because we know there's coins here. Roy did find a couple Indians, and actually 3 Indians. I'll throw up a picture. I didn't do any video last week when we were here, but I'll throw up a picture of the seated quarter I found. This is where I found it. So we're back, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna jink Roy here with a live dig.
I don't know, I like the looks of that dirt.
Oh boy, one of those. Had another organ reed?
Yeah, I think so. Some kind of a, yep.
Yeah. Alrighty, be back. Alright, so Roy just pulled an Indian. 1891. Sweet. This is not really very far from where I pulled that quarter. I think this may have been where the front of the school was. Alright, be back with more. So I'm waiting for Roy to get done over there in case he found something good so that I can have him come over here. Funny story, last week when we were here I was about ready to hang it up, and I asked Roy if he was ready to go, and he said no. Then I found the seated quarter 5 minutes ago. I said, Roy, are you ready to go? He said no. Remember what happened last time? And then I came over here and I found these 2 little things here. And I'm not sure yet, but I'll be back. Oh, that just sucks. I thought those were half dimes. Apparently it's play money, aluminum. Oh, man. I was sure those were seated half dimes. I could see the reeded edge on them. Oh, man, that just sucks. Hey, I'll be back. Okay, so now it was lunchtime, and I didn't get the best part on video, but we stopped at a Subway and grabbed a sandwich, and while we were eating our sandwiches, there was a Rottweiler in the car next to us, drooling down the door, the driver's door of their car, watching us eat those sandwiches. And by the time I grabbed the camera to video it, the owner came back to the car and the dog went to him. So, but it was pretty funny. He's gonna come take your sandwich. All right, so this next school needs a little explanation. We went there not because we wanted to hunt the school, but because of an article Roy found about an event that was in a near proximity to this school, and by using this school as sort of a guide, we were able to find it. And we did pretty good in the woods near this school. Alright, so there's a wheat.
Not that exciting, but where there's wheat, there's silver. I'll be back. Okay, Roy just got a second Indian head from this site, third of the day, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What year is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see here, hold on. Come on, focus, there you go. Yeah, I can't make it out, but it'll clean up. We'll be back. It wasn't. Alright, so Roy just found a 1943 Washington quarter. Sweet. Be back. Smile, Roy. Okay, so there's my first Indian. Roy's got 5 now. That's a 1900. I'll be back. There's another Indian. Sadly, we're going to run out of daylight before we run out of coins. I'll be back. Here's another Indian. And that, yeah, that right over there was my last one, so we're like 4 feet away. Be back. Okay, so while I was back here in the back of the woods screwing around with Indian heads, Roy was more up front here. Like, right over there's the truck, so he isn't real far in. Right there, he dug, that's where the seated was?
That's where the barber was.
That's where the barber was. So he dug a barber, a 1903.
I thought it was older than that.
Nah, it's a 1903.
Mm.
And then that was
Over
there. And then right here.
No, over there.
Over there.
Right against the trail.
Oh, okay. Then he came over here and he dug a seated and 18. Come on, focus. You started doing so well. There we go. 1873. Sweet. That mark? Can't see.
There is one right there. Oh, maybe?
Oh, yeah. I believe it is an O. 1873 seated. Sweet. And then he felt guilty, so he quit digging silver and
over there I found an Indian.
oh yeah, right over there he dug an Indian. So that makes you at 6 Indians. Well, 6 that I know of. And 3 silver, a Washington quarter, which we can't explain, and now a barber and a seated. So once again, it's the Roy Show. All right, I gotta go catch up before it gets dark. See ya. All right, so we're gonna jinx it with a live dig because this is an awful good signal. Yeah, you did jinx it. Did jinx it. Oh man.
Sorry about that.
Ooh, what's on there? It's a bottle cap, so it's not exciting, but there's something on it that's kind of cool. Is that Captain Morgan maybe? It's a ship.
Maybe.
I'll bet that's sterling silver. I'm pretty sure that's sterling silver ship.
Probably.
All right, we'll be back. All right, so I just dug something else around. That didn't ring up like an indent. So I'm going to guess it's a wheat. Could be a memorial. I can't even, it's so dark now. I can't see it. When we get out in the light or get the light in the truck, we'll look at it. I'll be back. Alright, so here's a wrap. We'll do my piddly little collection first. I get 2 half dimes that weren't half dimes, they were play money. Boy, they looked sweet in the hole and they sounded good, but they weren't. I got 3 Indians. It's like a 1892, a 1900, and I can't see that one. Looks like a 1894 maybe. Come on, focus. Anyway, and then 3 wheat pennies. Yeah, it's counting. Okay. All right, so then there was Roy. Those 2 are weeds right here. So you got 5, 6, 7 indents. 1901. So you got 1895, 1905, 1886. It looks like. I can't see that one. Anyway, and then you got like what, 2 wheats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 wheats. And then you got the 1903 Barber, a 1943 Washington quarter that makes no sense for where we were, but that's clad. And then kind of the opposite end of the scale, you got a 1873 seated dime, which again makes no sense for the dates of what we thought we'd find in there. So anyway, oh, and then really got this little makeup case, powder puff maybe. It's hinged, and that might have a gold coin inside. Pretty sure it does. All right, so I think that's it. That's the day's total. It's a wrap. Thanks for watching the videos. See you next time around.